Exploration's a good small boost for navies. Yeah, you do get the extra force limit, but I don't necessarily need that. My force limit is already 50% because of my government form, 20% because of my national idea, 50% because of maritime, and I think there's another 33% because of the policy I have. So my navies are huge. I'm half. I've got half of what I could have. I think innovative. That 10% cheaper tech cost will be good to allow me to catch up. The advisor cost will be good if I do decide to get advisors, because eventually my economy will sort itself out, and then it will be quite strong. And by quite strong, I mean it'll be really strong. Monthly war exhaustion is always nice, though I have that myself already. Institution embracement, there's only actually 2 institutions left. Leaders without upkeep's good. It would allow me to have another admiral, another general. The prestige decay will mean that I have more morale. I think this is between innovative and espionage. That global naval engagement, blockade impact on siege from naval espionage is really good. What about the innovative and the policies? We didn't actually look at those. Naval leader fire, so we would have +3 leader fire if we went captains and the captain reform. And then maritime would be heavy ship combat ability, which is also really good for us. Then extra maneuver, which is also really good for us because the privateers need maneuver as a trade power boost. I'm going to go innovative. We have a bit of a surplus of admin. Diplo, we need to stay ahead of the game because we need to keep the best ships possible. Yes, so a lot of the idea groups have actually changed. Innovative's changed, expansion's changed, exploration's changed. I will be releasing a video probably tomorrow because I never did get permission from Paradox to post it during the embargo, which will go through the changes in rather more detail than I've just done there. So look out for it tomorrow. Should actually probably make a note to myself to actually upload that for tomorrow because I haven't done it yet. How do I want to do this? Let's email myself. I check those a lot. There we go. So when I go offline I can check that. I'd like to start uploading it right now, but that would completely tank the stream's quality, so let's not do that. Okay, I think I am going to... I already am. I was going to say, I think I'm going to start spying on Pasai, but I'm already spying on Pasai, so I don't need to start. The next thing I'm going to do is wake up my heavies, which is going to affect my bottom line a little bit. Actually, once we have the blockade going, we'll start earning money too. We could get another military idea, which is another naval idea, which will go for royal justice, which is pointless. Sailor maintenance would be nice, but honestly that's not a problem and won't be until we get a lot more light ships than we currently have. Getting another naval leader fire and morale hit when losing a ship would also be good. We'll have 50% less morale hits, thanks to my national idea as well. Trade efficiency or just a straight up money loss? I'll take the trade efficiency hit, I think. And these guys never actually lost any strength because they were already mothballed. Alright, so how do I want to do this? Arachnos will be the leader. Well, what's my maritime? How skilled would a new leader be? Between 3 and 8. You've already got 9. No. 7, 8. So you're as good an admiral as I'm gonna get. So I think I'm going to send you to the Andamans with the intention of attacking that. Yeah. give you Arachnos. And then you lot will have Romano. Do I want to do that though? I'm not sure I do. No, I'm not going to have Romano on board there. He's my ruler, and he's now 666, so... No, 556. Kind of valuable. Don't want to lose him. Second question, do I want my transports over there just to provide a little bit more oomph? No, I don't think I do. Sparrowhawk, thank you very much for the bits. Enjoy some lovely ad doubloons, Captain. Thank you very much. Most appreciated. So this war against Malacca is just against Pasai. How close am I to becoming a great power? Actually a bit closer than I would have expected. The development required is kind of low. Commonwealth is rather running away with things. So, Pasai, do you have any naval bonuses? Light ships are better. You're better at privateering. You have more ships. So no. And Brunei, would you actually jump in if I declared war on them? Yes, so would Pegu. Pegu not very big though. Alright, let's get all of our ships over here, including transports. We can send the transports home if necessary. And now I'm losing money because we're not pirating actively enough. Alright, so I can get 35 ships in place at once. With their transports they could do even more. But I feel like they're going to want to keep that barricaded. Pegu has some ships here which I can kill. Let's save this, just in case it's another disastrous war. I mean, in fact, we could also go after the Maldives. Which would then allow me to declare war on Vijayanagar. And steal their ships before we fight Pegu. Before we fight Pasai. I still feel like Pasai has too many ships for us. Because we don't have naval ideas, literally the only thing separating us is the quality of my admirals, which is not as high as it could be. Yeah, I don't trust this. We're going to send you south. We're going to call you transports, because you are the transports. And we're going to hit you with 12,000 men at once. Which is fine. And then the heavies... I think I might just mothball. And then Arachnos is going to be privateering in Coromandel until I can actually afford to do this. Yeah, I want a bit more money in the bank before we do this. Wow, that was a short as hell war. Okay, kind of glad I didn't jump in there. That would have been short-lived. They seem to only have one ship. Maldives really are not very strong. And we can also fabricate a claim, and I need to do so because I haven't done it yet. Okay. Sai has announced Sunda as a new rival. Well, I'll be watching your wars, and I'll also be watching Brunei's wars. Brunei, are you a interesting nation? You aren't. You are now. And Miltech can go up again, which gives me access to new cavalry. African Hussar. Maldives, what miltech are you? You're 13. We're actually ahead of them now. We're ahead of somebody in military. Hell yeah. Fishy, got into your 4th university. Congrats. Seems to be going pretty well for you at the moment. Portugal's building a spy network. That's not concerning. And Mutapa have started slandering my merchants. Am I spying on Mutapa right now? I'm not. I'm spying on the Mamelukes. I know why I was doing it, but we don't actually have that tech ability yet. There's the next set of inflation raises. Not nearly as many as there were. We're down to 13 loans. Christian mission in Barra. By opening our arms to the Christian god, we've also attracted his disciples. A constant trickle of merchants, priests, monks, and adventurers is now, among other things, helping spread the word of God in our lands. A group of missionaries from the Livonian order now wishes to settle in Barra. So, Barra becomes Catholic. We get a dev cost and manpower. We could say no, which makes them like us less. By refusing the missionaries, we will avoid foreign Christian sects spreading in other lands, but will anger the country of origin. Nope. Thankfully, that doesn't reduce our trade abilities from the cult. That would have been annoying. Livonian Order is still a thing. Oh, Sparrowhawk. How little you know. Yes, Livonian Order is still a thing. Right, and there's the 20% fabrication required for the Maldives. Don't need to unmothball you. You're good doing your thing. Let's load up $12 of you into the ship, and we're just going to drop you over here. Pasai have just got colonialism. Grant export licenses when the crown would not or could not pay the cash to the nobles, would instead grant them privileges to collect special revenues from which they would make a healthy profit. So I can gain 10% more national tax. And the city of Mumba's opinion of me would increase. Or we gain Republican tradition. Who the hell is Mumba? Oh, it's a trading city. It's a Venetian trading city. Hello, Venetian trading city. Oh man, the Ottomans are just getting gobbled up. They're not even capable of doing anything. Alright, so the armies have arrived. We have 12,000 men ready and willing. Let's increase the morale and the maintenance. We've already got the fabrication. Increase trade with India. When the Europeans first settled along the coast, they seemed to set off in unknown as often as they could. Now, however, ships are starting to return as well. They bring spices and fabrics we can trade for, and the Europeans are more than eager for our gold and ivory. This way, the Europeans have given us much more efficient ways of trading with the distant lands of India. Send as much to India as the European ships can carry. Or get more trade efficiency. I'm going to go for the straight up cash. Right now. So annoying, the patch notes only say what the stuff changed into, not what it changed from. There was a dev diary about the changes where they listed from and to. Vali Tugu, I am using the maritime, expansion, naval, and innovative ideas. Although innovative and naval have barely got anything yet. Because I was rather behind in technology for a long time, though I think I've caught up pretty quickly. If possible, could you hover over the change capital option in a new continent? Apparently there's now a 50% dev in a new capital region. All of these are just trading companies. And that's in Africa, which is the same continent. Does that answer your question? Sorry, I can't be more helpful than that because of trade companies, and I don't particularly want to undo it. Although, does it cost anything to undo it? I don't think it does. No! My ruler died. That's annoying. He was a 556 as well, and he's only 46 years old. Oh. And he barely cost me any Republican tradition to do it. Huh. Well, I think I'm still going to go for a Miltech person. I think I'm going to start focusing Miltech. I didn't realise I was focusing admin. I shouldn't be. Let's focus military. And we can choose a new cult. I think we're still going to go Christianity because I still want that domestic trade power. We're still in the process of trying to fix my economy. He's 54. Not really re-electable, although with so much tradition we probably could once. He has a separatism down. I could repay a loan. No, don't. Alright, army's here. Morale is here. War declared. $6,000 versus 12,000. Go. Meanwhile, the privateers are scaring away their fleet from leaving port. Plus, it's just the Maldives, so they're really not that wealthy. And that's just one transport. Well, one transport is one more transport than I currently have. So I think I might actually just sit these guys here when we land and hopefully take this, and then kill their one ship and hopefully steal it. Alright, so we have -2 because we are landing. Morale and tactics are the same, but we do have almost 2-to-1 odds. Which seem to be fine. Yeah. Good. And in fact, now we do want you here to get a full blockade. So that we can reduce the time this siege takes. In fact, no, I can do this. With the transports. Can I try the capital thing before adding the Maldives as a TC? Yes, I can do that. I'm trying to think actually, did I make all of this trade companies? Yes. Andamans? Yes. Yeah, I'm usually pretty good at doing that, I'm afraid. And I could try and embrace the admin idea, but I'm probably going to need admin in a minute to core. Although I did not build up the, I keep want to call it Maldives. Damn it, Val. And did not capture. Bugger. Right, I definitely want the Maldives, and I would like all of your 15 ducats. Glorious. Alright. Cannot move the capital of the province since it's not a core. Base 200. Well, I'm going to core it. Am I? Do you have to core it if it's a trade company? Yes, you still do. In that case, I'll un-trade company it. Oh. Yeah, so cancelling a trade company means they produce no goods for 5 years, and I'm pretty sure the core is not going to take 5 years to do. Nope, it's going to take 3. Sorry. Alright, so that's a glorious victory for the Grand Armies, and that also puts me in fantastic position to go after Vijayanagar. 1% trade here at the moment, but we do have 11% piracy, so I suspect that we can become quite a lot stronger and get the trade conflict CB going. Right, let's send the armies home. And let's also stop paying the armies. Because that's obviously how you win wars. You're still improving Bara. I probably want you improving the Maldives. They don't show up yet. Right, these are all territories. With no autonomy. I'm trying to think if I want to build these up. So, do you actually... No, you lose 100% taxes and 100% manpower from trade companies, but the production is still there. I think. Yeah, building up their production would be good. So I could spend a little bit of time boosting them with a settler, or I could use that settler to settle something. Which right now I don't want to do. The only thing that I could potentially try to get is... Yeah, okay, maybe I should. Just cancel you. Send you to Taiwan. Do I want the center or do I want the grasslands? It's the highest development, but development doesn't matter so much, and this is again going to be a center of trade. One useful thing to know is where the port would be. I don't know. Need to wait until he arrives, which is 200 days. Well, I can always cancel it after that. We've waited this long. And we are coring, so we can get the idea, unless I want to get the tech, which is forced march, which would make my strategies of dashing around stealing stuff a hell of a lot more effective. So I think I'm going to hold off. When can I pirate again? That's a good question. 52. 4 more years. And we are earning sufficient money that I could pay a loan off. However, depending on how much trade I can actually start raising here, will determine if I want to do something different. So if I start protecting trade in Coromandel... Actually, you tell me, don't you? No, you don't actually say how much that is. I'll leave you for a month, and we'll see what that changes to. If it's 10%, then awesome. If not, not even close. And I need 10% before this becomes effective. I'm trying to decide if I want to build a flagship. I have the money for it. Or I could pay off another loan, which I probably should do. Or I could build a bunch of light ships. No, we're going to wait until we have the Diplotech, then we'll do the light ships. So let's pay off a loan. Because we're going to be earning money as we do all of this anyway. Good. Does pirating work the same as raiding? Kind of. It's done by ships. And there's basically a button here, raid coasts. And every 10 years, if you're off the coast of somebody, you can press that button. But it is only once every 10 years. And the UI for it is not amazing. Like, there's no pop-up to say you can raid now. There's not even a map mode which shows you where you can raid. And you can only raid within a certain radius of your cores. It's not like in CK2 where I could go and attack the Mamelukes if I fancied it, even though I'm nowhere near them. And then the other one is privateering, which works just the same way as protecting trade. But instead of adjusting the money, you're taking money directly out of the trade node. It's not generally as efficient, but it also hurts other nations, and you can do it even if you're not actively trading there. And its efficiency is dependent largely on how dominant other powers are. So because Vijayanagara is already worth quite a lot of money, it's worth 14 ducats, and Vijayanagara has 56% of the trade power here, we get an 84% boost to privateering. And it can be really quite potent. Like, it can cripple economies done properly. Just 8 ships doing it, not really done properly. No, siege ability, that would be lovely. I really want Pasai to attack somebody like Brunei or Khmer or Ava, or Bengal. Or hell, even Vijayanagara. If those two went to war, that would make me extremely happy. Lorraine is planning to attack Baden. Right, where's that port? There. See, I feel like the port for this one's on this side. And that would allow me to arrive and escape more easily. It's also in the mountains, so I could stick a fort there much more easily to stop Ming landing. Ooh, also these are tropical, which does slow you down. I'm going to recall this, I'm going to abandon that, I'm going to build in this top spot. It's actually going to give me more access to everything else, and it's not tropical, which means I'll colonize it faster. It's not as big, but development irrelevant. Oh, except for the fact that I want to get trade there. That's in the Canton region, right? Yes. Canton's nowhere near as valuable as Beijing is. In fact, Beijing's pushing most of the money out. Somebody's absolutely slurping the trade out of Beijing. Who's that? Wait, why is Japan pushing trade this way? Japan's pushing trade out of Beijing, as is Oirat. Into here, where Kazakh is trying to claim it. And actually doing a pretty damn good job stealing it, where it's then stolen by Karakanulu and Timmy. Why is Japan pushing money out of Beijing? You're not a vassal or anything, are you? No. I have no idea. That's bizarre. Portugal and Tunis are now rivals. See, that's a more reasonable rival to have.